guys. How's everybody? Let me give the intro to this video. And the reason I'm going to give the intro is because I'm going to give you a little instruction. I did not film the actual construction of what I'm getting ready to show you. And the reason I didn't is because every time I try to film something that I've never done before, it fails. So I don't film it. And I just show you the stuff after. But this turned out so good. I wanted to kind of give a little bit of instruction on exactly what happened here. So let me bring up my beautiful teacup. Is this not gorgeous? This is completely handmade, hand painted, and 100% edible. Is that not gorgeous? I'm really stinking proud of this, if you guys can't tell. Mainly because I even shocked myself, I think, at how good it came out. I was very pleasantly surprised. I doubt my talents all the time. It still shocks me that I did this good. But it looks like an actual teacup, does it not? It does. So let me show you how I did this. It actually was not that difficult. It is time consuming and you need to have patience. So what I did was I have a beautiful set of this dinnerware that comes with coffee cups or teacups and saucers. This is called Depression era glass. It is not made anymore. The Prince actually picked this up. We have quite a few pieces of this at an estate sale. God bless their hearts, because they apparently had no idea what they had. It was made by Johnson Brothers, and it's called Ironstone. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. I love the detail in this, the scalloping. And the teacup is just, look how pretty that is. It's so dainty. Yes, I know that mine does not look like that, but I'm not quite that good. But it's a beautiful, beautiful set, and I love it. So basically, all I did was I took straight up gum paste. And when I say straight up, I mean straight up gum paste, this stuff in the packages, the little tiny one, because I don't need much. I did not use the whole thing, not even close. I had quite a bit of it left. But this, you work it just like you do fondant, right? You need to get it in fairly smooth or fairly thin, as you can tell. You can see how thin that is. And what I did was I dusted this with some cornstarch, okay? And I rolled it out really thin, turned this over, cut this out as the circumference so that I had it, then flipped it over, put the circle in there, and I mashed it down pretty well because I wanted those indentions. And then this as well. I made sure that, which you can't see it because I've already glued the cup down, to make sure that I had a place for the cup to sit. And it looked as, realistic as we possibly could. And then what I would do is, 3 or 4 hours later, I would come and I would just move it to make sure it wasn't stuck. And this turned out really, really, really nicely. And then also what I did was I took another circle, pretty large, and same thinness, dusted this really, really, really well on the inside with cornstarch. And then I laid that in there and started pushing it down and filling it in. This is a very frustrating part of it. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're going to have to just deal with it. It probably took me a good 20 minutes just to get the gum paste on the inside of this cup. And I had mine come almost all the way up. And then I trimmed off the edges and I just kept smoothing and pushing down and kept smoothing. Is it perfect? No, there are some wrinkles in there and I'm okay with that. I mean, if you look really hard, you can tell there's some indentions in there, but for the most part, everything is very smooth. Now you can also tell there's a few little tiny cracks around the rim. I don't care. And the reason I don't care is I think it gives it character and it just looks like something that's more antique. So I'm all right with that. And then basically I let those dry for days and days and days. Once they were completely dry, what I did was I just made a little snake, right, of that. I used a little bit of edible glue And what I did was I pushed the cup up against the side of this plate like this, so that there was something underneath this part right here so that it wouldn't come off. And I stuck a little paper towel in there to make sure that this didn't, like, gum paste doesn't move that much, but I didn't want to take the chance. You know, fondant will kind of sink on itself. Gum paste does not do that. So I did not do a 50-50. We went straight 100% gum paste. Some people call it pastillage. It's the same thing, but this dries very quickly and very hard, which is the reason that I wanted it. And then once it was done, I painted the plate, and then I painted the cup, and then I glued them together, which you're going to get to see that part on the video. So this is the first of maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3, it depends on how long it takes me to do the teapot, of my teapot cake. We have the cup that is basically going to be sitting off to the side like this. We'll have an 8-inch cake that's right here. We'll have the teapot that's sitting on top of it, and the teapot will be pouring into the cup, but it won't be tea, it will be flowers. So there you go. There's the introduction to the beautiful teacup. Enjoy.